In June 2005, Afghanistan's mountains stood silent, their jagged peaks cutting sharply through the sky like imposing blades. Hidden deep within these ridges, a four-man U.S. Navy SEAL team prepared for a dangerous, critical mission.
For SEAL Team 10, this was a precision strike. Swift insertion, reconnaissance, confirmation, and extraction. Nothing suggested disaster.
History would reveal it as a tragic, heroic episode, testing the absolute limits of endurance, loyalty, and sacrifice.
Petty Officer Matthew Axelson was the quiet, steady warrior. Danny Dietz, the comms expert, was fearless, unflinching.
Before dawn, June 28th, their helicopter lifted off from Asadabad base into cold, anticipation-filled night air.
Below them lay Earth's most hostile terrain.
On paper, the mission seemed simple, but every man knew that in Afghanistan, nothing ever truly was.
They landed undetected near a ridge overlooking the village where Shah was believed to be hiding, beginning reconnaissance.
Hours passed scanning the valley, relaying info via encrypted radio. But as the sun rose, isolation became a trap.
Their position was dangerously remote, their extraction route uncertain, and communication signals faint among the high peaks.
Then came the fateful moment. While repositioning, the team was discovered by local goat herders, unarmed civilians.
The SEALs faced an impossible decision. Rules forbade harming non-combatants, but releasing them risked the mission and their lives.
After a tense debate, Lieutenant Murphy made the call. Release the herders and withdraw. Mercy did not prevail.
Within only a few hours, the Taliban knew their exact position. Hundreds of fighters began closing in. Outnumbered nearly 5-to-1, the SEALs took cover as the mountain erupted in a torrent of gunfire. RPGs exploded, tearing through the forest, but the four men fought back with precision, fury, and deliberate movement. As the firefight intensified, they fell back down the mountain, tumbling over rocks while returning accurate fire. Danny Dietz was hit first, taking multiple rounds but refusing to stop. Axelson fought on, his rifle blazing. Murphy, knowing the radio signal was blocked, climbed into an exposed clearing, becoming an open target.
He contacted base, his final words calm. We're taking heavy casualties, requesting immediate support. He was then killed.
Luttrell, the last survivor, watched his brothers fall. Wounded and alone, he crawled deeper into the wilderness.
Meanwhile, reinforcements were mobilized. A Chinook helicopter carrying 16 soldiers raced toward the volatile battle zone.
Before it could land, a Taliban RPG struck the aircraft. The explosion killed all 16 men instantly.
This event marked one of the deadliest single days in the entire history of U.S. Naval Special Warfare.
Every movement was pure agony, every sound a potential death sentence. The Taliban relentlessly scoured the peaks. Hours became an unending nightmare as he slipped into valleys and hid in ravines, haunted by memories. Hunger and thirst scorched him, yet surrender was not an option. The code demanded he survive their sacrifice. As night fell, his first glimmer of hope appeared. Wary Afghan villagers, living under dangerous Taliban rule.
A local Pashtun tribesman, Mohammed Gulab, made the courageous and life-threatening choice to shelter the American.
They carried him to a hidden home, tending his wounds with limited resources, keeping him safe from patrols. Luttrell learned the true meaning of courage, the bravery of strangers who risked their lives for pure compassion. They knew discovery meant immediate death for everyone involved, yet they fed and moved him under darkness.
Meanwhile, U.S. search and rescue operations were underway. Helicopters scoured valleys, soldiers combed the high peaks.
The military knew one SEAL had survived, but finding him in that terrain was like finding a needle.
The Taliban, furious at their losses, intensified their hunt. They tracked, questioned villagers, and hunted every lead.
Luttrell remained hidden, relying on villagers and his skills. He endured pain, drawing strength from fallen teammates. As days passed, The villagers cautiously moved him from one hiding place to another, protecting him from observation. Luttrell understood the bravery of ordinary people, who became as vital to his survival as the seals. The mountains still held immense danger, the Taliban still hunted, and his ordeal was far from being over.
Hidden by villagers, the threat of discovery loomed. Every footstep, every rustle, every distant sound signaled death.
He moved cautiously, guided by hosts who risked everything. Each day brought him closer, but the path was treacherous.
Navigating ridges, he relied on SEAL training, concealment, endurance, and fortitude. Infected wounds gnawed, yet he pushed.
The bond of loyalty to his fallen brothers kept him going, their sacrifices compelling him to survive.
The U.S. military had mobilized a massive search and rescue operation.
Every lead was pursued, every single tip investigated. Time was critical, as the mountains easily concealed him.
Luttrell's interactions with villagers became a story of mutual trust. They treated wounds, carried him, and guided. These villagers, living under constant fear, became his lifeline. Their small acts of bravery became his shield. The frustrated Taliban increased their patrols, set ambushes, and pressured local villagers to betray the lone survivor. Luttrell remained silent, sleeping in hidden caves, using his training to stay undetected. It was a balance. Luttrell's endurance was tested beyond imagination. Hunger, dehydration, and constant fear. Every step forward was a victory. Eventually, Luttrell was moved closer to the Pakistan border, the Taliban unknowingly following decoy movements and leads.
The villagers orchestrated a plan, moving him through hidden passes, demonstrating bravery and an unshakable moral compass.
His final extraction and return to safety would come at a critical moment, determined by luck and skill.
After days of hiding, Luttrell's chance for rescue arrived. U.S. Special Forces launched a coordinated extraction.
Helicopters hovered over valleys as ground teams moved with precision to secure the area. Luttrell remained tense.
We got you, brother.
When the extraction team reached him, he felt relief, exhaustion, and grief. He was safe, but haunted.
As he was flown to safety, Luttrell reflected. The mountains were a stage for courage, endurance, and connection. Operation Red Wings, though tragic, led an indelible mark. It highlighted extreme dangers and the unpredictability of combat.
Luttrell's story became a symbol of survival, the bond between brothers, and the unwavering commitment of those who serve.
Today, its legacy is remembered for the heroism it revealed, the bravery and sacrifice of elite, unwavering warriors.
It is a story that inspires generations, a stark reminder of the high cost of freedom.
The names of Murphy, Dietz, Axelson, and Luttrell stand eternal, etched into history as symbols of courage.
The mission illuminated the capacity for heroism that emerges in the darkest of times. A story of human spirit,